Zero Cool here, back again with Muck Up Fridays, and I'm here with Purple Sticky, or is it Purple Thicky?
Soon enough, near future.
Sometime it's gonna happen, whenever it happens, but it's like,
Whenever it
yeah,
happens,
he's
it
really
happens.
gonna go Purple Thicky. All right, Purple Thicky it is. No big deal.
It's gonna be interesting, yeah.
But here we're looking at some Crucible matches, and you got a couple here. I don't know why that lost. I don't get this one.
Yeah, feel like feel like maybe you need APOC in there. I don't know. I've never tried this with the Dorm
Yeah.
Undying Tangled Web. I mean, like in theory, I feel like it has a pretty good chance. But I mean, they're in room 4. They're spawning with immunity. They're gonna have safeguard. Perhaps
Yeah,
APOC wasn't available, but like you're gonna have a tough time. You're not gonna flip anything with 2099. Undying's gonna have a tough time landing any debuffs that they're gonna be able to spread and get the enemy team attacking each other. So yeah, I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020, but whoever did this attack for sure. I mean, if you had APOC available, that's the way to go. I mean, I think APOC in there in place of Dormammu would have ripped this up, but. Lesson learned, right? And then they went for the mirror match, so.
Yeah, but I see it that you can't flip nothing. Safeguard's there, so you're kind of screwed. I don't know why you brought this in, but hey, man, don't use this team. Do not use this team.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if anyone's had any luck with this. I guess I see a situation in which perhaps you could draw this out long enough, and maybe Dormammu ults, and you can kind of turn it around. But I just feel like there's a lot of opportunity for this to go super south, like right off the bat. And I imagine that's probably what happened here.
Well, I don't even like the mirror match itself, anyways. But
no,
he won. But he won.
Yeah, luckily he won. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like the mirror match beside it. It's got to be some type of speed advantage, so that way at least we can pop off before Rogue. But
yeah, I imagine that was like a very low efficiency fight. I just imagine that was just an absolute slog.
All right, okay. Zemo?
What is going on here? So we got the Unlimited with Zemo.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in Tangled Web, Kestrel, Cap, Sam, and Emma.
Yet again, it's still room 4.
Yeah.
Room 4. It's not gonna...
So... my initial thought on this is probably designed to throw a wrench into that walking hate counter with Dormammu and Secret Avengers and everything. Which I think that team would still beat this. It might give it a little bit of problem. Maybe that Zemo goes, he obviously clears off the buffs from Nick Fury, and then maybe he gets a lucky ability block on a Nick or something like that and just slows it down a little bit. I could see that.
This one and then they brought in APOC and they just took out Emma. They said, no, we're going with APOC, and APOC's just going to take that off. So, okay, you're good to go. But the first one, it's just like, well, you're not flipping anything. You got safeguard up.
Yeah, you really kind of need. I don't see really a situation. I have a hard time seeing a situation in which the first attack was going to win without APOC. APOC's just, I feel like, so huge with that safeguard going. I mean, 2099 gets to flip, and then you actually get to do something there. So yeah, I mean, they figured it out though. Clearly, they were like, all right, that didn't work. Let's bring in APOC.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, I saw it and I was just like, wait, there's Zemo. Okay, they got their one win, but that lineup ahead of time, that's not going to do anything. They're not... 29 to go first, but not going to do nothing. He's just basically there just to hit some damage, and if he does damage, but... I'm a little iffy because of the power on Death Seed versus Infinity Watch.
Yeah. It's a little bit. What is the power level there? Is it like a 300k punch up?
Let's see.
What is it? Sorry, it's a little.
So yeah, there we go.
Okay.
It's 130 versus 118. Well, 1.3 versus punching down to 1.18, and it's like, okay, if you play it right, you can do it. Punch ups
Yeah.
are scary, but the punch down seemed to be a lot more. I don't want to say safe, rarely safe, but I've done it, and it's like, okay, as long as you don't waste the ult turn 1 and start focusing on either Phyla or Moondragon, just keep wearing them down, you could do it. But
Yeah. I would say pure Death Seed into Infinity Watch is at best it's a little bit dicey. We're like, it can certainly go wrong for sure.
Oh,
like
yeah, it'll go wrong.
It
could go wrong.
Yeah, this is never my first choice. I've done it. I know it can be done. I've watched other people do it. You've done it. Yeah, it's just a little rough and things can go south. So hard to tell if they just got the bad RNG. I mean, listen, when we bring Infinity Watch into Death Seed, occasionally it happens. You go for Dark Beast. Like, who knows what happened here? They could have misplayed it. It could have been a misplay. It could have been they trained Dark Beast and Dark Beast just got lit up and never stood a chance. Hard to say exactly where it went wrong. I've said it every matchup we've looked at here, but Apocalypse makes this much easier. So, of course, if you don't have Apocalypse, there's nothing you can do. It's easy for me to just be like, well, you should have just used Apocalypse. But maybe they didn't have it. That's totally fair. But the most success I've seen people having with this is bringing APOC in for sure with this. But yeah, Death Seed into Infinity Watch can work. But yeah, man, it's a rough one and it can certainly go south. On the other hand, yeah, you gotta play right and you gotta get lucky. On the other hand, Dormammu is a fantastic counter to Infinity Watch since he shuts down the assist from Cosmic Brawler. So luckily they eventually got around to that, on that second attack there. But yeah, Dormammu will shut stuff down and they figured it out eventually. So
it was a good thing. All right, this one here. I don't know I have no idea. They didn't really give context. They just said, here, look. And I'm going, wait, what? Like, okay,
yeah. This is super interesting. This is super interesting to me. Like, I'm guessing that it had to do with maybe Shuri giving ability energy. So, like, all right, so Killmonger on his own, not that scary. Killmonger with Shuri, scarier, right? So, like, you got some damage there. And, he's a beast in Cosmic Crucible for sure when, he's with at least some of the team. I'm guessing probably what happened was a Shuri opener with the special that may have gave APOC energy for a turn 1 ultimate, which flipped all those positive effects that Death Seed are going to have. Like the evades and, however the turn meter worked out. The evades they have, the speed up, the counter, whatever they had at the time. And you get that flip turn 1, and you're basically turning a baby Apocalypse into like a mini big boy Apocalypse, right? With the turn 1 ultimate. So that's super interesting to me. It's a very bizarre team. I love stuff like this, dude. This is super cool.
Yeah, this is like they just took a chance. I'm thinking that they probably had the other 5 Wakandans in room 6. They threw them there. These are the 2 I have left. No idea why they took out Shuri from that. But then again, MOE runs over 6 anyway, so they're not being used.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah. Wakanda without Shuri is a much worse team. Like she's a linchpin of that team. But to your point, MOE is going to steamroll it anyway. So maybe that's what they did. They just threw everyone else in there, and they were like, "Hey, hopefully they have to bring a tough enough team to get through this because they get the buffs anyway." And we'll spread them a little thin. I'll throw this together and see what happens. I mean, this could have, for all we know, this could have won the whole thing for them. You know what I mean? Throwing a wrench into it with this.
I'm looking at it like, okay, so you really hard targeted. You got rid of Red Hulk out of all of them. That's the one you got rid of, and Shuri is still there. Like, you had to hard target the crap out, but everybody else must have just been going nuts. Because if Killmonger's ult goes off, that could be really, really deadly. And he's not tiny. AA is pretty big himself.
Yeah.
Apocalypse
and you gotta think too, with Apocalypse, his passive first attack of the match has like whatever it is, reduced 200% focus or whatever. Yeah. So when you bring Death Seed into something like that, Death Seed lives or dies by the blinds a lot of the time, right? So you probably didn't land a single blind. And that's an easy aspect to overlook in Apocalypse's kit. So like Magneto's coming in. Probably no one's getting blinded. And then you're kind of
you're just waiting for it. Damn.
Yeah. So super interesting though. This is the kind of CC defenses I love to see, man.
Yeah,
they're just bizarre stuff, right? The theory crafting, I love it.
Well, I know chat was like just so out. They just went, "What the hell's going on? You're breaking up 3 teams," and I'm like, if that's the 2 Wakandans he's got left over, it's not really breaking up a team because Wakandans are pretty much done in Crucible unless they're on offense. But why would you take them out of there anyway? Apocalypse, he's plug and play wherever you want. Red Hulk, people have been taking out Red Hulk anyway to do the what's it called? Gamma,
like cap or like gamma cap, which still requires a serious response. You can't just phone that fight in. So
and Archangel, maybe he just doesn't got maybe the person just hasn't got Death Seed built up. Who knows?
Yeah,
that's the one he focused on, but it accomplished what he wanted to do, and he got a victory out of it.
I am curious. I know we don't know here, but I am curious if he wore his teams down too much to the point where he didn't have the firepower to get it done. You know what I mean? He might have won the one room, but interesting, to see if maybe breaking up all these teams came back to bite him. But
yeah, if anybody out there knows exactly who did, because I can't remember who sent it in chat. But
let us know how this ended.
Yeah, I want to know who's attacked this, because this is really specific. Someone knows that they did this attack or put this defense up and just attacked it and went, "Oh, we're not saying, hey, you did bad, but this is just."
We're curious.
There's
one person in MSF with this team, and we need to know who you are. We need to know what happened with the rest of the fights.
All right, so now we got
Yeah. So this is a defensive victory I got turn 1 of round 1 of this tournament. And so this one, I know we like to laugh at attacks sometimes, like, hey, this was a stupid mistake. Why'd they do this? This is such a bizarre choice. This is less of that and more of just like a good learning experience for anyone that watches the video here. Because I've made the same mistake. So turn 1, attack 1, they brought in new warriors, full new warriors with Undying against Young Avengers. Which in your head is like, hey, this is a pretty solid counter. You got ability blocks, you got spreads, you got debuffs. We're going to shut down Squirrel Girl. If you run this with Deathpool, you need to be very confident on your ability to balance the health of the enemy team. Because I can pretty much guarantee you what happened here was New Warriors went super fast because Deathpool was there, and they triggered Squirrel Girl before they were ready to trigger Squirrel Girl. And she cleansed off the team, and it was just all downhill from there. Unlucky blinds from Kate Bishop going out, and then it just became a mess. And I know that because I've done that. So not dogging this person because it's easy to make this mistake and just be like, I'm just going to power through this. These guys are amazing, and they are. But YA is a super finicky team, and when you have a smaller YA, I've actually had people come to me because I don't have, at least not yet, not Purple Thicky yet. I have a more modest YA, and I've had people come and be like, dude, you're slightly smaller YA than I'm used to, screwed me over. I didn't realize how much damage I was going to do. So if you bring in a team like this, you need to be confident in your ability to balance out the damage. A better choice is probably just Cloak, Dagger, Undying if you want to bring them. They're great in this fight. And then leave out Deathpool and bring in a turn 1 ability blocker that's going to go fast. Slow down the New Warriors team. Surfer's incredible. He's probably my favorite pick. You can work with Spider-Woman with New Warriors and Cloak. I think it's Cloak's passive. She's going to slow down the team with the special, the offense downs. You get an ability block on Squirrel Girl. But Surfer's an amazing pick. You could even use Zemo if you had Zemo. But yeah, so I think that's what happened to him here. So word of caution to everyone, if you go in with New Warriors, just be prepared. Make sure you can balance out the damage. Don't trigger them too fast. And a lot of the times, you're probably better off just dropping Deathpool and bringing in a fast ability blocker. So something to think about.
What do we call the top team? Shang Force? Chi Force?
I don't know. It worked.
It worked.
It worked for us.
Somebody gets snapped off and killed the red. Well, I mean, they had Squirrel Girl knocked out already, but
yeah.
Looking at it, maybe it might work, but at least they got the cleanup for it. But that first one was just like, I think before the rework, New Warriors would have been fine.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I agree.
Would be fine, but after the rework, they got the speed boost. Now you got to sit there and
they're doing more damage
think about it. Yep. They got a nice boost. Oh my god.
Yeah, they are too good now. Yeah. So I actually have one before. Do you have the other one? I might have sent these two out of order. I apologize.
This one? Okay,
there we go. All right. So that's the first attack. All right. This is me. This is what I call how to throw a Cosmic Crucible. So I have had no experience. Maybe I've tried this once before with Death Seed into Darkhold because it's so dicey with your ability for Magneto to land the blind on the Morgan Le Fay. That can be super scary. This guy spread me really thin, so I pretty much had Darkhold, and I was like, this is what I need to bring in. Number one, it's a punch up in a match that's already not super great, can already have its issues. Compound that with like me not having much experience with this and just being an idiot and kind of getting like caught up. I did 2 streams in one day, so I blame it on that. I wasn't thinking straight, right? No, I'm just a moron. But a couple things here. Number one, it's a 200k plus punch up, so that's not great. Brought in Dormammu in place of Psylocke. That was mistake number 1. So I know the kit's better. I'm just a moron. I wasn't thinking. MLF shuts down the assists, right? So Dark Beast is the assist character.
Yeah, he's not.
He didn't do shit, man. He didn't do anything. Like, he didn't do anything. Now, granted, he can get an ability block and throw some counters up, and that's cool and all. But he's just not that useful here. So chat talked some sense into me. They were like, dude, he didn't do anything there. And I'm like, you're right, dude. He totally didn't do anything there. So we went back in with Dormammu in place of Dark Beast, and we brought Psylocke back in for Attack 2. Attack 2 was going swimmingly. Like, it's never great. It was never great, but it was like going so much better. And then it got down to, I think there was 3 people left. I want to say it was like Strange Heartless, Agatha, and MLF. And my Archangel came up to his turn. And I got tunnel vision on MLF. I was like, MLF's pretty low. We got to get her down, right? And I just, at no point was I was like, you know what? This Strange Heartless, this is about to ultimate. That ultimate, even with like an offense down, that might wipe my entire team. And I just got tunnel vision on the MLF, went for the ultimate, didn't kill her. Strange Heartless pops off. I could have got him with the Archangel ultimate. Pops off and just wipes the whole team. And I was like, there it is. The throw. I was like, what was I thinking, dude? So, yeah, that's what happened there. And then we closed it out with the final attack. We went back in. I was like, this time I'm going to play it right. And I just got screwed by the RNG. I mean, we played it so much better, but it just didn't matter. They targeted out the right people. They knocked double lives off of people. And it just didn't pan out at all. So I would have had it in that second fight if I had just targeted Strange Heartless. I will never make that mistake again. And had we took out Dark Beast and brought in Psylocke on attack 1, we might even been able to one-shot it. So I learned a hard lesson here. You need to be real careful in this match and be smarter with your play than I was.
So don't stare at the MILF like most guys do. It's really hard not to, but just pay attention to that quiet fucker in the back because he's going to come out of nowhere. Watch his turn meter. Otherwise, boom, everybody's gone. Yeah,
I disrespected the ult, man. No, not going to happen again.
Oh my god. Oh shoot, I don't even have the picture for it. But I think there was, oh, I could bring it up. Juicy didn't want me to try this. He was very, very against it. He said, "No, do not do this. You're going to get sandblasted. Don't do it. It's just wrong. Whatever." I was like, "You know what? I don't give a shit. I know I'm going to lose already. I'm going to test this out and see what happens."
Shit.
I believe Hulk took a turn. Red Hulk did just a little bit, but that was it. This match went by so quick and simple. Like, we got rid of She-Hulk. Defense downs were all over the place. Death Pool's spreading offense down between Hulk and Red Hulk because they were adjacent to each other. We took out Brawn, and then A-Bomb just fell. And then, boom, we just tunneled Red Hulk, and it went by so quick, and everybody was like, "What happened to the match? Like, this should have been like a bad. This should have been bad, and it didn't even go that way."
I'm covering up the turn bonus. How's the turn bonus on that? Can you see it on your end?
Oh, the turn bonus, it's 20. So we got 2020. Total 8365. 8365. Here, let me move it up. 8365. I was like, whoa. This is not
Had you seen this somewhere, or were you just like, I'm just going to go for it, let's see what happens?
So somebody put it in chat. I was like, all right, who can we use? Because we had to knock out Infinity Watch, Darkhold, and Gamma. And I'm like, we only have so much left. And then we still had Yay, but then we're like, we'll just use like Omega and Surfer and all that. We'll be fine. It's these three that we're trying to figure out, like which ones I'm going to use. I got, you know what, I'm throwing APOC against Unlimited already, but we still got Infinity Watch, Darkhold, and Gamma. And then they're like, Dorky did a video, or Dorky did it in a stream earlier today, but it was a punch down. And I'm like, oh. So we watched it, and it was like, it was super efficient. His went by faster than mine, but I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm already losing. Fuck it. Let's try it anyway. Let's see what happens. Juicy's like, don't do this. It's not safe. It's not safe at all. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really got much more to do, so let me just try it. We tried it, and it was just like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Yeah.
This is just, I was going, okay, Fury's going to bounce. I already know Fury's going to bounce. He's gone. He's got to be dead. Yeah. Nope. Nothing. Once Dorm hit the ult too, it just slammed Red Hulk, and we were left with Green Hulk, and we just laid him out.
Yeah, this looks like it's going even better. Like, I rarely do this matchup with Red Guardian and Doom where everyone's alive, let alone full health.
Yeah, it turned out
super
health.
interesting.
This was,
and I guess, did you open with the Fury special?
Yeah, I did the special.
Right.
That way, boom, we got something. And the fact that they could stun Green Hulk is ridiculous. That he's huge. Okay, poof. We tried it on Red Hulk. It didn't work. But the rest of them, they were stunning all of these guys.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're putting out... between Cloak and Dagger, I guess there's quite a bit of slows out there, too, for the security to work with. Yeah.
Yep.
That's super interesting, man. I might have to try this.
It was fun, because it was just like, they're not doing... How is Gamma not doing nothing? They should be killing these guys. But it just wasn't... It just didn't happen for them, and it worked out great. I was so happy with it. I was like, this was fun.
Yeah,
this was very fun.
I'm writing this one down, man. I'm gonna have to try this next time.
There was, I believe, one more. I know I lost at it, but Juicy was like, oh god. Okay, I did do the Red Guardian Doom, and Doom didn't snap off till turn 2 because he didn't get triggered.
That's really rough.
He didn't get triggered. However, Cloak, Dagger, and Deathpool, they put on the offense downs. Deathpool kept transferring the offense downs all over them. So they kept getting reduced. Dirt Reader, and we're like, all right, cool. Because then it was just like, oh, you're going to lose to, oh, dude, I think you got a chance. You're knocking this out. Yeah, Red Hulk just popped off right at the end because it was either between him and A-Bomb. And he snapped off. Boom, he killed everybody. But, I mean, I felt like this was fun. Like this, because it went from, oh my god, you're dead, to, oh my god, you really got a chance. And
I'm actually surprised you did that well with Doom. I mean, when Doom doesn't go first turn, that can go sideways super quick. So it's actually kind of surprising you made that much progress with...
Yeah, it was...
Without,
actually,
you know what I mean?
But it was fun. I think the best part was it was fun. And even chat was like, dude, that was just exhilarating because we thought you were going to pull it off, and then Red Hawk snapped off. But we were just like, oh god, it's turning around. This is great. This is cool. Oh.
Yeah.
But I felt great.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what makes CC worth it, right?
Fun. Absolutely. This was fun. I think the last two, I lost, but I mean the matches itself were fun, which makes me want to play it more. So I think the good takeaway here is there's a lot of interesting counters out there, or a lot of interesting defenses. I don't know why someone would try to use this, but hey, we do definitely want to know about it. If you could let us know, it would work out great, because I want to know if this wins again. If this is winning again, this is something like one of those secret defenses that we should just go, you know what, I'm just going to try it just to see what happens.
Yeah, the Shuri APOC for the potential turn 1 ultimate is very interesting. And I'm wondering if what's left of Wakanda. Shuri makes a big part of Wakanda. Like, she brings a lot to the table. I'm wondering if what's left of Wakanda in Room 6, just with the buffs with no Shuri there, still requires a really serious response. I'd be interested to see about it. I'm wondering what they ended up taking, because, you know, presumably the rest of Wakanda was on defense there. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm interested to see what they actually ultimately use there, because, yeah, I mean, MOE's steamrolling it right now, right? So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even really look at the lineup of Wakandans. I just see like either a couple of them there, and I'm like, I don't care. We're just gonna MOE this, and then you come
Crucible's
back and you
a
go,
5-room thing, dude. It's
Yeah,
a 5-room thing. You know, you look at Room 6, you're like, whatever, I already know. Only difference in Room 6 is if you're so big with Darkhold that it's a massive punch down, you think your Darkhold can get away with it, and then you have an advantage because you can use MOE somewhere else. But otherwise, it's MOE town. Yeah.
Yeah, I think about it, I'm going, I do have 2 Wakandans that are just sitting there doing nothing. Maybe I could do something with them if they're built, and it's like, it might do it. Damn.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. They only get it, I mean, what do they get? Do they get something big? I think if they get something in Crucible, I think it's depending on all 4, right? They gotta have at least 4.
So with Shuri, I mean, she definitely gives them the speed up. Obviously defense up on special ability energy. I think they get some stuff when the ability energy, when the team gets ability. I mean, she is a linchpin of the team. It is a markedly worse team without her for sure, but they still get the Room 6 stuff. So, I mean, you can't just bring nothing into there. You're still going to have a bad time. But
if you're not using her in there and you just say, screw it, I'll throw MM in there, I'll throw Nakia in there, but I still got these 2 sitting there that are built up. Let me just throw them in there and see what happens, which is what I did with Viv. Viv is huge, and I just threw her on Yay because America Chavez isn't at their level yet. And the first time I used it, I got a win. And I was like, oh, well, shit, that works out great. The second one, no, they steamrolled it. But
yeah,
I at least got at least I got something out of it. He got something out of this, and it's just, we need to know more.
Yeah, I'd like to see how the rest of if you spread yourself too thin making this, or if this ended up, if you still had the tools in the tool belt to get it done, this ended up getting you the win. So I'm curious.
Yes, but Crucible by far best game mode. I am looking forward to this 32-man tournament. I don't know how this is gonna do, but
about to take the week off work, dude. I'm about to call out sick.
I already did. I told them I'm taking off that day and that day, and they're just like, why? You know what? I'll take off the whole week. You keep questioning me, damn it.
It's like 32-man tournament, man. Get off my back.
Yeah, get off, man. But it's been a cool little Crucible thing for Muck Up Fridays. This one, I don't know if it's a Muck Up or not, but hey, because it won, it's definitely not. But it's an interesting team to put up. Interesting team. But if you guys got any comments, suggestions, any, unfavorable stuff, or telling us what we're doing to help us out, let us know. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Least you could do that. If not, go ahead and hit the dislike button twice. Double up on the fact that you weren't going to do it. But I'm here with Purple Sticky. Make sure to check him out on Twitch. Make sure to check him out on YouTube. I'll put the links in the description below. And we will see you on the next Friday for Muck Up Fridays, man. So rolling out. Later.